I would like to start by asking 3 questions. How many of you have always felt self-confident? Please raise your hand. How many of you have become self-confident due into some situations of your life? Raise your hand. Now, how many of you are not self-confident at all? Raise your hand. My name is Jaque. I'm Jiu Jitsu ladies self-defense coach. I'm born in Brazil, raised by my mother and my grandmother. I always had doubts about myself. I never imagined to get where I am today. I didn't think I was smart or beautiful. I was always afraid to give my opinion and no one liked it. Well, I developed self-confidence becoming a fighter. And now I'm going to share with you my whole journey, even though it was a lot of pain, made me to grow. 1990, the beginning of the traumas. A child born with a umbilical wrapped around her neck, with a little chance of life. This child is here on this stage at 31 years of age. 2009, the year that I left my house. When I was 19 years old, because of the conflict that I had with my mother and my stepdad, for me was the best thing was to leave. I got a job in a university, which got me the opportunity of have a scholarship. I used to study marketing and advertising communications. However, I had to do extra jobs during the weekend in a bar and in a restaurant to make sure I have enough money to pay my bills. 2012, the year that I got into the sports that changed my life. I was 21 years old when my best friend introduced me to Jiu Jitsu. Besides of self-defense, Jiu Jitsu becoming a hobby to me. So after a few months, I was losing weight, I was having a Jiu Jitsu family, and I didn't think Jiu Jitsu would be the big change in my life. 2013, the year of the dependency in a relationship. I didn't think I would get into a relationship with anyone. However, this is changed in my Jiu Jitsu journey. I met a guy who made a big change in my life. He made me fall in love. After a year, he came to tell me he had a disease. He couldn't stay only with one woman. And believe it or not, I accepted to be with him anyway. As you see, I didn't value myself at all. I was preferring someone over me. It was very toxic. I knew I needed help. So I started to see my therapist, who I haven't left since. 2015, the year of the decision. I broke my arm in 3 parts in a competition. I have a screw and a metal inside. I survived of 3 car accidents. And because I wasn't financially fulfilled in my work, I decided the best thing for me was to listen to my therapist and ended that toxic relationship and do what was important to me. My father died because of his alcohol issues. And after years without contacting him, his death broke my pride. I knew I couldn't waste time anymore. My mom, she wants to me buy a house, married, have children. Myself wanted to live big dreams in another country. 2016, the year that I changed my life. On March 11th, without speaking any word in English, I came to Ireland with a visa student. I dedicated myself to learn the language. I also got a job in a restaurant where I was humiliated by the owner. He offered me a lift to go home, and even though I said no, he walked me home anyway. And he asked me if I do an extra job because I am Brazilian. Because of that, I didn't want to stay in Ireland anymore. Until I volunteered myself to do a job for old ladies. And that's what brought me hope again. During this period, I stayed away from sport. 2017, the year I discovered my purpose. I started working at Delhi, which one of my co-workers, trains MMA, introduced me to Jiu Jitsu. He invited me to train in his gym, which resulted in the opportunity of me coaching ladies' classes. After a few months coaching the classes, there were 2 horrific attacks in Ireland with women. With that, a new project began, a free ladies jiu-jitsu self-defense classes. During this period, a lady came to me and she completely changed my life. When she asked me, Jaque, I am in this gym because of you. I questioned myself, why me? This lady, she was abused when she was a child. She got a cancer. Her husband tried to kill her, but she managed to survive. She made a diary about her whole story. She sent me. I was in shock. Then when I understand my classes wasn't just a jiu-jitsu classes. She was there because she needed. Maybe if she knew all those movements, she didn't have gone through what she went. In all these years, she made me understand the reason why I was there. To empowering all the ladies to be more self-confident, to understand how to escape few movements if she needed, through this body language and the self-defense techniques. 2018, the year of faith and forgiveness. I was almost 2 years in Ireland and my visa was about to expire. Either I have to go to a college or to find a job that gives me the opportunity of have work visa permission. My documents in Brazil, I had problems with them, so the college didn't work out. My only option was to believe that I would get the work visa. So I challenged God in prayer and I said, I want to stay in Ireland. I'm going to send the 10 CVs per day. And if I didn't get anything until 25th of January, I know I should come back to my country. In the meantime, I received marriage proposals to get the visa. I didn't think was right to do. And my best friend said, Jaque, don't accept anything like this because you're going to look back and be grateful to all the effort was on you. To see how serious I was with this promise, I said that I will stop smoke for good. Yes, I used to be a smoker. January 2002, I did an interview. I got the job. And he said, he would sponsor me. In the same year, my mom and my stepdad came to Ireland to visit me. Yes, my stepdad, who I never got along and never done any benefit for me. Nevertheless, I had changed. So I looked to this situation in another perspective. He's coming with my mother without we have been through, even though what we have been through. Their trip to Ireland was a start of healing process, and I forgave him. We finally have the family that my mom always wanted. 2022, the year of courage. All these years, I have worked with incredible people. They were a family to me. And I finally got the permanent visa to stay in Ireland. My best friend was right. I got it. And it was all on me. This year, I was cornered in the biggest MMA event. As you see, how far I could get. Also, I had a boyfriend who said I was too extrovert and I needed a lot of attention. As a fact, I know now who I really need in my life. A lot of people already said bad things about me. People that I respect and admire have hurt my feelings. However, I never forgot the principles my mom taught me so well. In all these years, there was a voice in my head saying, Jaque, you need to live your purpose and impact lives with sport as you were impacted. So I decided to live for it. And nowadays, there is no voice in my head anymore. If you listen to the wrong source, you think, was it really my purpose? Did I do it right to live in my job? Am I be able to overcome all these issues? I always doubted myself. I never had self-confidence because I was always compared in my childhood with the others. My body posture was horrible because of all the rejections that I have. I didn't value myself due to the abandonment that I had, and I created emotional dependence. Jiu Jitsu was exactly for self-defense, but made me go through this whole journey, made me to be comfortable in my uncomfort zone, made me to take risks with fear, made me to take risks without believing myself. Jiu Jitsu made me to be more determined, made me to overcome issues, and gave me the purpose. Now, I want you all be aware. Being self-confident doesn't mean you will ignore your weakness, but accepting them, recognize them, working with them. People will be bad with you, but they people will be the ones who will strengthen you the most. Every step that you go up, there is people who will attack you. However, every step that you go up, there's people in the same level as you too. Body language is a reflection of what's inside of you and its outcome when you talk to the others, so could prevent a lot of attacks. Martial arts will help you face your opponents, not just in the fights. The opponent is inside and outside of you. Exercise and express your confidence. Even though you don't believe in yourself, it will come. The woman it's only fragile when she doesn't value herself. Last but not least, have faith to find your purpose. Forgive to try new experience. And believe to have the courage to create your own path. Because for every tear shed, there is a reward. So to go through the process, you need to have the winning mindset. Now, I want to thank you for everyone came in this journey with me, but for these two special Wonder Women, my mother and my grandmother, who passed away with COVID in 2021, but she left a message inside of my heart that she used to say every day to me, Jaque, have you trained today to be a champ? Now, I want everyone to stay in the Wonder Woman position, chin forward, and remember, a woman should only lower her head to defend a choke. Thank you.